All right, welcome back to another episode of Stock Shots. Sorry I couldn't do last week. I was a little bit under the weather, but this week we are back with a new episode, and it is a good one because everyone is just like, it's a bear bull pullback, or is it a brand new bull run that is starting at this very moment, and we are all here to witness it? Okay, so in the meantime, let's just take a look at what has happened. So we had this area right here, which is important to remember. This was a big area of rejection from our weekly support and resistance lines that we made. So we made a big line here based on previous hits on this very price point. And when price got here again, it rejected off. It started this, which is being called, this is the bull run, this is the bull one. It went through our grizzly line, right? Okay, so that's one thing you have in your favor. Because when you take a look at this very same thing, I want you to see a pattern. You have a peak, a drop, a little bit of consolidation, peak. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, peak, drop. I have this kind of consolidation here. I have a rise. The same thing happened. I'm looking for this big drop right here to occur again. And the only reason I'm looking for it is not because of the information that is being put out. I'm looking at it based on technical analysis and on the daily and weekly charts. Even if we continue this, I'm not going to say it's a bull run. I'm just going to say this bullish action that, this is still a downtrend. Now, there are parts that need to be filled. So if you see right here, we have a gap. It needs to be filled in the SPY. And remember, we're doing this on the SPY. It is the S&P 500. If you're doing options or futures, you can use this. And remember, we want to get to the point here. That's why I'm not wasting no time. This gap is going to need to be filled at some point. It is between the 419 and the 421 level. Okay? So right now, we have rejection from this area. Will we continue up to fill this gap and then continue on our original bearish trend? That's what I'm thinking. Now, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, invest, trade, or put your money into something you know nothing about. Please do your own due diligence. If you don't know what you're doing, don't get in the market. The only thing you can do is learn to earn, and that means invest in yourself. All right? We want you to make sure this information prepares you for any situation, because this market will not care about your feelings. Okay? It's not about you. It's about the money. Now, if you're looking at this trend, remember, this is a small trend. Take your time and look at this trend right here. If you look on the weekly chart, there's our trend. All right. Now, if we take that and we do the same thing from our last, now we are having some retracement up, and that's fine. But in the grand scheme of things, these little mini bull runs, they can happen. They need to happen, because if you say that we are still in a bear market, you have to have a pullback to accumulate more orders so they can be executed so you can continue down. And that's my opinion based on what I see in the past to help me understand what's coming in the future. So remember, this is Stock Shots with Mr. 160, and that's my opinion. I hope you are doing your own due diligence and looking at the charts yourself. You should be charting and making up your own analysis to get a better understanding of what is going on. So thank you for visiting us again for Stock Shots, and we will go into more detail for you day traders coming up in one moment. Hold on. All right, I didn't forget about you, day traders. If you're looking to get in the market for the beginning of next week, you are now looking at a very, very precarious position. And the only reason I say that is because we are still on a very good uptrend. But at this moment, you are pretty far away from the trend line, which means this could be an area where we could consolidate across to go up, or go up, hit this area here, which is 419, to fill this gap to 420 to 421, grab all the orders we want from here, and then continue down. So let's look at why that can be done. So if we take this area right here and bring it over, what we have essentially done is marked off an area that's about there. That could be a supply zone. All right. So if this is our supply zone, we would have to go up to around the 424 to the 430, pretty much where we drew a resistance line in a weekly, 433. So around this area, there could be orders waiting for us to get filled and come back down. So we would first have to continue up and then get filled to come back down to continue the bearish trend. Now, that's just my opinion. Remember, do your own due diligence. Take your time, do your charting, and make sure you are learning to earn. Now, this is just any situation. You want to be prepared by getting all the information. Now, this is just my opinion. Remember, I look in the past and make a decision on what I'm going to do in the future. This is all for you guys on Stock Shots, and some of our day traders now have some information in case you did not look out and you were just focused on this last little trend. Look back to about what is this, August 17th or August 16th, around that area. There may be orders waiting for us to get filled. So there you go. You're welcome, day traders.